What's good? My name is Ramon.
Snow.
We in the building. We talking about Dell. What the hell is Dell doing these days?
Dude.
Where did they come from?
Dude. Dell.
Dell just with the re-emergence.
This might be the one-shot product to bring them back into the market.
Back. They're doing two things here. They're bringing themselves back and they're validating Windows 8. Because people feel like Windows 8 is just pointless.
Right. Which, I'm a Windows 8 hater, but it is not pointless. I hate just because, I like my 7. The product is awesome, though. Don't let me confuse you. Windows 8 is awesome.
So, they got the terrible names, by the way. Mm-hmm. But I get where they're coming from because the venue, that's their brand they want to bring back.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a kind of good name, though.
It's not bad. It's not bad. So, they got the Venue Pro 11, or Venue 11 Pro.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. So, this is a 10.8-inch tablet. Mm-hmm. Very reminiscent of the Surface Pro 2. Well, this is direct competition to Surface Pro 2.
Right.
So it's got a 1920 by 1080 IPS display. Mm-hmm. You can get it with 2 processors. Mm-hmm. You can either have it with some Atom quad-core crap, which I don't care about.
Yeah.
I do when we talk about the next tablet.
Right.
And then you can get an i5.
Right. Was it i5 has or what?
Haswell, yes. So
yeah,
you know it's no joke.
Yeah, buddy.
You got your Wi-Fi in there. You got your WiDi. You got your NFC. And
which I think NFC is overkill for a tablet, but go ahead.
NFC is just terrible technology, period. It has your HDMI port, micro SD slot. It comes, you can get it with a 256 gig drive storage.
That's for the Pro, right.
You can get it with 2 gigs. No, you can get it with, 4 gigs, 6 or 8 gigs.
Beast.
So this thing's a beast.
Beast. You probably only really need 4 though.
I'm going for 8.
The average user,
and it supports the pen, the style. So if you're photoshopping,
then there's your 8. Yeah, you want that 8.
So right out the gate, this thing's unparalleled.
Right.
The Surface 2 Pro isn't really.
The Surface Pro 2.
Right, Surface Pro 2.
The Surface Pro 2 is definitely a laptop, so the Venue 11 Pro would be...
And there's a bunch of accessories that they're going to sell, like dockets and keyboards and whatnot. But the fact that you get that 8 gigs is a big deal.
Right.
This makes it a more productive machine than the Surface. So the Surface would be a look if you want the look.
Right. But so here's the thing about the look. It looks like an Android tablet from a distance.
It does. It doesn't have an identity.
It doesn't have an identity. It doesn't have a Windows, like, hey, this is, you can tell from a distance, this is a Windows type of thing. You have to see the screen. One of the things that a lot of people are talking about, which is always, for me, an eye-catchy thing, is when you're holding it. The finish that's on the back is, like, nice for grip. It looks like a fingerprint type thing on the back. I might be using the wrong word to describe it, but
like a circle
or ridges or something, and that's pretty cool. I think the only thing that I'm just questionable about is the placement of the Windows button.
On this one it's fine.
You sure it's fine on this one?
Yeah, on the
On the Pro it's fine.
Though they're both Pros. So on the Venue 11,
right?
That's the big one. The placement is fine.
Where is it at? Right here. It's in the middle? Okay.
Yeah, it's in the middle.
So which one is the one that they have?
That's what we're going to get into now.
Okay, cool.
So, here's the big boy, which is the small boy.
The small boy.
But this is the big boy to me. Yeah. This is here we go again, the Dell Venue 8 Pro.
Right.
8 obviously for
confusing
8-inch screen.
Confusing.
This changes everything.
Right.
My Apple reference here. So let's throw the curve later. This is an 8-inch tablet. It has a 1280 by 800 8-inch IPS display. You get your, I think it's mini HDMI.
Okay.
It has a digitizer for the pen. You can. Here's where it starts to get interesting. This is not a RT device. This is a Windows 8.1
out
device.
the box.
So you get this Bay Trailed. It's one of Intel's new quad-core processors, a lower end, something like an Atom that maybe works.
Right.
but they call it Bay Trail. I don't know where they get these names from. But improved battery life. Dell's talked it up to like 8 hours.
Is this the one with the removable?
No. Before the Venue 11 has removable batteries.
Okay, sorry about that. Yeah,
I forgot all about that. They call that's removable batteries in the tablet. Even bigger deal.
Right.
So you get the Bay Trail processor, and you get 2 gigs of RAM with 32 gigs of storage.
Right.
Now, like I said, this is an 8-inch tablet.
Right.
So this is the size of an iPad mini.
Right.
I think the iPad, other than the iPad mini, there isn't a thinner tablet. A thinner 8-inch.
And it's like just under a pound, like 0.09.
Yes. So. And they have Android versions of this 8-inch tablet.
The same one, right.
But it's the same size as this. So for them to be able to pack all of that in there.
Yeah.
And it be like a real OS.
Right. And what is it? 5 megapixel camera.
A 5 megapixel camera on the back.
Facing.
1 point something on the front. Yes. But what makes this, where I say this changes the scope of everything, where Dell potentially saves the company and really opens people's eyes to Windows 8 in general, is this thing starts at $300. I mean, the 2 gigs of RAM is you know what I mean?
But
like,
you gotta believe it can fly.
No, it's fine to function on 2 gigs of RAM, but see, for us, we're gonna want to put Lightroom on there.
Yeah, we're gonna push it to the max. So, like, I got a netbook that I push it to the max. If Toshiba knew what I was doing with their MacBook, they'd be like.
So I mean, if I can get it this same 8-inch form with about 4 gigs or 8 gigs, even 6 gigs, I'd be so happy. But even so, I'm going after this.
Yeah.
I think Dell with that price point, $300.
Yeah,
I'm interested. Changing right now.
I'm interested.
What's a mini, like $280, $275, something like that? Yeah. And an Android tablet, I think
the best one, the Nexus,
falls like right. So I mean, this is it. People were complaining like, "Oh, Windows 8 is nice, but who wants RT?" And then there's no 8-inch full blown Windows 8 tablet. So here we go.
At $300.
And mind you, HP has to announce one,
right? And
then Lenovo's announcing one, same 8 inches,
right?
So it's gonna get real interesting. But so far, I'm going down.
And hands down, based off the kind of reception that this is already getting,
yes,
I bet you Acer will revise the Iconia, and Asus will bring out another one as well. Asus, sorry,
they got to fall in line.
Yeah,
they got to fall in line. So I think it's the Bay Trail processor that makes this happen, though.
Yeah.
Because I think those things are like fanless.
Yeah.
They have like some fanless heating going on in there, and they're cheap as hell.
Yeah.
So this is, and I've never supported. We've had so many conversations about it. Yeah. I never supported the race to the bottom. I feel like that's what really killed the PC industry.
Yeah.
Apple is racing to the top. They're charging you $2,000 for a laptop. And Acer, Asus, Dell, and HP all want to find a way to charge you $400 for something.
Right.
Like, no.
Right. And
people associate cost to quality.
Right.
Don't get it mixed up. So, but this here,
that's
I
also
think
the benefit of, as you say, Apple being the only person to create an Apple product.
There you go. But so far, I've been watching a lot of the hands-on because I can't get it yet. October 18th, I think. So a few days. Everyone's loving this thing.
Yeah.
People who are like, well, we thought Windows was a joke.
Right.
Are like, we'll pick this up.
Right. And so, people that were attached to the RT.
Yes.
Which is very important that we say that to the Surface.
Yeah. So what happens to RT at this point? I don't know. Because if Dell can cram this in this small of a form factor, there's no reason Microsoft couldn't cram it in a Pro.
I tell you what happens to RT. Make it $200 so I can buy it.
Make it $200. Ramon,
Snow.
We out of here.